Hey fans, and welcome to another Blades Q&A presented by Merrill Lynch. Today we have Everblades defenseman Stefan LeBlanc here with us. And Stefan, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I want to start at the beginning with you. 4 years in the OHL and then right to the AHL in Laval. What was that first year pro like?
It was definitely different. I think the atmosphere in the room is different when you got a bunch of older guys that are married with kids, guys that have been around the league, and it was a good year for me. I had some great vets in Laval that helped me through it. The adjustment was definitely significant, but I think I was happy with my first year, and overall I was happy with my first year pro.
You spent about half your career in the AHL. What is the biggest difference between the AHL and the ECHL?
I probably just the pace of play. I think when you get up to the higher levels, it's just guys make the decisions that much faster and that much quicker. I wouldn't say the difference is huge, but I'd say that there's definitely a step up where guys are making plays. And I mean, there's a lot of American leaguers that make it to the NHL, and there's a lot of young prospects that develop in the American League, and it's definitely a good league. There's a lot of extreme talented players up there, and I'd say the difference is probably just the play in general.
You've played in upstate New York. You've played in 3 different spots in Canada professionally. How does Southwest Florida compare to where you've been in pro hockey before?
I'll tell you what, I've never came out of the rink in December and seen the sunshine. So it's been great. Like you said, I played in upstate New York for the last 2 years, and I don't think I saw the sun for 4 months. So coming down here, and it's been great. The guys down here are incredible. Just the atmosphere around the rink, let alone the Florida in itself. I think the organization of the other Everblades is top notch. They treat us so well down here, and it's been an amazing experience so far.
Well, this Everblades team has been at the top of the conference really the entire year. Do you feel like you get every team's best effort because of that?
Yeah, I think we always have a target on our back, but I think we kind of embrace that in the room. We have a great locker room. We have a lot of guys that have been here for a really long time, so they have a certain culture that they like to play here, and I think all the new guys that have come in have really embraced that, and we've been successful. I think we have, like I said, we have an extremely good locker room. I've never been on a team where everybody gets along and everybody likes to hang out, and I mean, when we got to get away from the rink, we all live the majority of us live in the same complex, so we're always around each other, and it's a great atmosphere around here.
Now, when you're on the ice, what are you focusing on? What's going on upstairs? And are there any pieces of coaching that kind of come back to you when you're out there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime I step on the ice, you kind of get in a zone, so you kind of zone everything else out, and you just try to focus on your game. But personally, for myself, I like to make it. I think I'm a defenseman that just likes to make a good first pass. I like to be extremely simple, and I like to make all the little plays, just the right plays. And I think when I'm really on, I'm moving my feet, and I'm probably mostly in my head about just moving my feet, getting the puck up ice, and really jumping into the play. And I think of late, I've really been getting into the play offensively, so I think that's helped my overall game.
Are there any coaches or individuals that have had like a really profound impact on you throughout your career? And if so, kind of at what levels were they at?
Yeah, I've had a ton of great coaches over my career. I started in the OHL with I was in Mississauga with James Boyd, and he really he harped on my defensive game because it probably wasn't as great. I was more of an offensive defenseman coming through the ranks, and once I got to junior, I really had to clamp down on my defensive game. So I'd say him and James Richmond was also an OHL coach that really saw the potential in me, and they gave me the confidence to let me know that my game could translate to pro, and they gave me the confidence to make that first step. And then once I got into pro, I played for a lot of good coaches. I'd probably harp on my time in Toronto when I was with Sheldon Keefe in my brief stint with the Marlies, and he was amazing for just development-wise and telling guys where to be on the ice, and it was extremely easy to play for him, and he gave you the confidence to go out every night. So I've had a lot of good coaches in my career, but I'd say those guys probably impacted me the most.
So you're locked in on the ice. What do you do to get locked in before a game? What does your pregame routine look like?
I'm a pretty mellow guy. I'm not too superstitious. I have a couple kinks that I do. I always get dressed on my left side before my right and stuff like that. But before the game, I'm not a coffee guy, so I don't get too hyped up on that. I'm really mellow in the room. I have my stretches that I do, but you won't see me at a certain spot at a certain time. I kind of just go with the flow, and I play soccer with the guys before games. I'm probably one of the more relaxed guys before games.
Who are the more superstitious ones in this Blades locker room?
Probably the goalies. I mean, Hildy's pretty mellow, but I'd probably say Cooley. At a certain time, you'd always find him. You know what he's about to do before games. He's always stretching and getting in the zone, and can't really have a conversation with him before games. He's pretty locked in, and I would probably go with Cooley.
Are there any kind of weird kinks, like anything interesting that guys are doing? You see Sidney Crosby untying his skates on the ice, stuff like that.
No, our team's pretty relaxed when it comes to that. We have a pretty big group that plays soccer every game, but other than that, I don't think we have too many superstitious guys on the team.
Well, that kind of fits in. We know it's a group that likes to have fun. Kind of, what do you do in the off time with the guys? Are you golfing? Are you one of the gamers? Where do you fall on that spectrum?
Yeah, I do like to get out on the golf course. We have a pretty good group of golfers here. We got some really good golfers on the team, so it's been fun. Anytime we can get out, we're all competitive guys, so we all like to win. So it makes it a good time. But when I get away from the rink, my house consists of me, Michael Hunterbrinker, and Tommy Marchand, and all three of us have our girlfriends here. So it's a pretty hectic house here. There's not really any downtime to do anything. You're always around the girlfriends or the guys. So it's been fun.
I got you. Well, you mentioned the golf course. We've been hearing that Cody Soul and Johnny Mack are the two best sticks on the team. How do you stack up compared to the top golfers?
I'd go Johnny Mack. I don't know if Cody Soul is one of the best sticks on the team, but he's gonna kill me for that one. But I don't know. I'm probably up there with them. Me and Solar usually have some good competitions. He got the best of me the last two times we've gone out, so I got to get him back. But I'm up there. I shoot like low 80s, high 70s usually. So all the boys we have a really good group of guys that like to get out and golf. So I'm probably middle of the pack.
Awesome. Well, hey, Stefan, that's great. Thanks for coming on today, and good luck the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
That's Everblades defenseman Stefan LeBlanc on our Blades Q&A presented by Merrill Lynch.